Hey, this time we will create a SID, Standard International Departure. This example will be done at Dubrovnik Airport in Croatia. And here's the example of the SID we will create with a depicted chart and a SID. This one will be GNSS. It will be a AirNav. It's written here AirNav procedure. So the procedure will be done with some waypoints going from one to one each other. Okay, but the waypoints are positioned, computed with their position about some navets. So this one is in the runway axis at 2.3 nautical miles from the VOR DBK. And this waypoint, its name is DU, like LDDU for Dubrovnik, and number 801. And the next waypoint is DU 802, and its position is 12.1 DME from the same DBK VOR, and on position regarding Golf Romeo, Gruda is NDB Navet. Okay, so that's a good example to see how we can position our waypoint with those small data we have. Only 180 degrees from Gruda and 12.1 nautical mile from the DBK. That's difficult, but we will see how we can do it. On the next one, Rigva will be waypoint official on the we can say on the en route waypoint. So this one we will find it, and we have its coordinates. So there's no difficulty to position it. So of course we'll do that with Arinc Decoder. You know that. And but first of all, we will create a procedure SID for this airport. Procedure design, and create a new procedure. The proc name will be Rigva by the name of the exit point, and I remember it was written here, Rigva 2 Whiskey. Rigva 2 Whiskey, that's the name. The airport is LDDU, and it's a SID, and I get the basic data. Because I got already an Arinc file, it's possible that all the waypoints are already coded, certainly. You can see here, of course, we have the DU waypoints. But, as I told you, we will create by ourselves the position of the waypoint as if that was not already done by somebody else. And we will check after if we are completely wrong or not. So I save my procedure, and I will make a filter with Rigva SID here for it. Now, things have to be really easy. We start from the runway 11, we see that, and we go to this point. After right turn, going to this point, DU 802, and exit by Rigva waypoint. So first of all, we have to create our two waypoints. So I will show you how it is really easy to plot, to determine manually a position of a waypoint, and with a very good accuracy. So this waypoint is in the runway axis. So I take runway 11. You remember this button. I take the runway 29. You remember this button. And here we have the true heading 118.21. Here we have 118.0 because it's not, the accuracy is not completely demonstrated here. We don't have to take this value, we will take the official value. From here, from the point runway 11, so I make a full line on the runway axis. Sorry, 118.21. Distance, no need, 5 nauticals. We have to be at 2.3 DME of dBk with 5 nautical from the runway beginning. I'm sure we will be around the position. So here is the line, here is the point. We will absolutely never need this point. We don't need it, but I will take the line, because the waypoint we will need will be on this line. Obviously, we have the runway here, we have the line, and our waypoint will be somewhere about here. Now, what I need is to find, I will go back, to find the 2.3 DME from dBk. So I have to find the VOR DME dBk. Naved dBk in Europa. I can put here LD like that. Sure, I will have the good one, Dubrovnik VOR DME. So things are important to see here, that we have the position of the VOR, and we have here the position of the DME, and the position of the both are the same. And something very important also, that there's no bias. So the DME doesn't send false information of the position of its DME. It gives the good one. So there's no error in the dimension. So when we will be at 2.3 DME of the DME we will be on the waypoint we want to be. So I take the dBk and I ask for a circle 2.3 nautical miles around the VOR. So the VOR is somewhere here. Here's the circle and the point where. So we know that our waypoint is somewhere exactly here. So from now, very easy to determine it. I have to use here the accuracy of the position is very poor. We have only minutes of position. So I have to enhance the position here. I go in View and Grid Precision to put it at 10 or 100, it's the same. So now you see the precision is very better. And when I zoom, one time I zoom on it, it's no need to be really at 5 meters on all the screen. If I put here my mouse, I see the position, but I press on the button, caps button on the keyboard, and up by pressing on the button, I see I have freeze coordinated. Okay. Now I click on this freeze coordinated, and I have here exactly the position of my waypoint. I see its name is 41 minute 29 because it is the time it is 49, it is 5 o'clock 41. So that will be the solution to find after all the waypoints you've done if you all do them in order. So this is my point. We will call DU 801. I press on copy, up, and now I can add my waypoint name DU 801 on this one, DU 801. With hope it will work because it already exists. And I press on OK. Ish. Sorry. So we will. I will give it another name. It's already. Instead of the 0, I put a O. Up, and here it is. The next one. So I can close this. The next one. Sorry. Oh, on the publication I add the position, but we said we don't care. We do as if we had not the position. So now we will do the same for determine the DU 802. We will be at 190 of Gruda. So first we will find that Gruda. So we can find it from here. GR Golf Romeo. Up Gruda, and I ask the 190, but because there's 4 degrees, we can see that the 4 degrees, 4 degrees, 4 degrees, 4 degrees here, and magnetic variation. So 4 degrees east mean plus 4 degrees. I will put more because it's 12 nautical miles. On the same, I will draw a line from the Golf Romeo to our waypoint. On the same, I will draw the line. And after, as we did before, we take our Dubrovnik waypoint, and from Dubrovnik we make a circle of 12.1 nautical mile. You remember it was 12.1 nautical miles from DBK. On the same, we have here the circle around the VOR and the line between the ADF and DB, and the point will be here. We can really zoom on it, and same than we did first of all. So no need indeed to up to put max precision here. It's no need. I pressed here on caps, and now I will press on freeze coordinate, and it is 45 plus 57 seconds, so it's now 46. So this is my good waypoint. I press here, and now I can add my new waypoint. So I saw that I had to put DU 8, I say O 2, because DU 802 already exists. Up, and I press on OK. And now we have the runway on the waypoint. So now it's really, we don't have anything to do for our procedure to create. So for this procedure, first we will go to our waypoint that we create. The first one will be in the runway axis. I ask TF, this point we don't actually have the runway via. I say it will be runway 11. So now I have a runway via here in this list, and I have the first line that won't be this one in the definitive. I can press on it, and we will not go TF at the first one, but it will initial fix EF. I validate. That's it. Here I don't have the procedure name. I have to put the procedure name RIGVA to whiskey. I remove because I don't have the right to put more than 6 letters, so I remove the A. It will be okay. And I press on rename. It took it, and I press on save. Yep, that's working. After runway EF runway, no, so the initial fix has to be the runway 11. Runway 11 for the initial fix, and after I put TF 801, and after I put a GF 802. And you remember it's a O here because the waypoint DU 801 and 802 already exist, and I didn't remove it. On 802, and then after, at the end, we go to our waypoint RIGVA. RIGVA should be about here. The last RIGVA. As you remember, we will finalize all our coding. So this TF, we have always the best data button that is really easy. Here it's E, but there's not yes, because we have a DF, we have to put a flyover, but not an end, flyover only, Yankee. The DF here, we have to put the turn direction on the right. And that's all what we need. There's no RNP, there's no need, we will see. There's no speed constraint, no altitude. On the next one, we'll put the heading on the distance, and we will say to it that it is the end of the leg because this is the end of our procedure. I remember something. We can save it. I remember something on the publication. We can see it. We will verify everything. So we have DU801 that is mandatory in waypoint flyover because we have a DF after, and it is flyover here. All other waypoints are flyby. We can check the distance. We will see that on the position. And at the point RIGVA, there's a speed constraint. So maximum 210 knots. So we can add this constraint at the point RIGVA, fixed RIGVA, the constraint of speed 210. No need to put less, minus or plus. FMS always take max speed. So now we can save it, and I'm sure it's the end for it. We can now plot it. And we see that we have the same than requested by the publication. From now we can see, so on the publication they put a course to fix. It was a very good idea. I put, as we do sometime oftenly, EF then a TF, but a course to fix would have been easier because it's one line less. Then TF, and we have the waypoint position here. We can see we can see, I can see from here, I press on coordinates, and here we can see very small screen. The 801 is 4232. Yes, no, so we cannot do it with it. We can do it with this. Up. And let's put immediately this one. So the coordinates of DU 801 4232 19.1. Yeah, it's not exactly the same. 19.6.1. And for the DU 082 9.3 9.19. So we don't have the same position for the points. We can see with the 802 with the official 802 here, so that we have 87 meters. That's very, 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 very far away. And by the same, we can see 801 with the one we did together, and we have 70 meters of difference. That means that what they draw, it's not because we did any mistake. It's because what they draw here, this angle on this distance is not exactly accurate enough. They published AirNav GNSS position, so we have to use the position publicated on the AEP. But it was for fun and to demonstrate that it's possible to create with only small data like that. Of course, if we have the position of the waypoint, it's very much more easier to only press on the waypoints and to plot them in the list with only the path terminator. Okay, for this SID, we hope it's clear for you. Bye.